Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 24 two-a-day off-season preview video where we talk about some positional needs, some draft talk, and a few other things related to Madden specifically and off-season in general. Today, we're going to be talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are in decent salary cap shape, sitting about the middle of the pack in the NFL. They have a projected $17 million available. Of course, Trevor Lawrence is due for an extension, and we'll see if they're going to pay him. I mean, you almost have to pay him. He hasn't been quite as good as you would hope he would have been at this point. Not quite a generational guy, but someone you're going to re-sign. So this is their last chance to work under the cap for a while, most likely, with a couple of big-time free agents to re-sign that could take up most of their space. Jacksonville's top free agent is outside linebacker Josh Allen, rated 91 overall. This is easily Jacksonville's biggest free agent, and it's almost a near certainty they're going to use the franchise tag on him if they can't rework a long-term deal. He's only 26 and is coming off a 17.5 sack season. Now, that's more than he had the previous two seasons combined, so is that a contract year effort, or is he really developing as a player? Either way, Jacksonville does not have much of a pass rush outside of him. Travon Walker is kind of just a guy, and there's nobody else really up there to produce, so they're going to need to bring him back one way or another. The Jaguars' number 2 free agent is wide receiver Calvin Ridley, rated 84. Ridley had a good first season for Jacksonville. Wouldn't call it fantastic, but considering he missed a year and a half, he still had 76 catches for 1,016 yards and 8 touchdowns. Considering Jacksonville's offense wasn't that great and he was fighting for touches with a couple of other highly paid receivers, it's a pretty good season. Now he's going to be 29 years old, and like I said, Jacksonville is paying Christian Kirk and Zay Jones quite a bit of money. So do they want to put that much money into the receiver group? We shall see. Jacksonville's third highest rated free agent is left guard Ezra Cleveland, rated 73 overall. The Jaguars traded a 6th round pick to Minnesota to get him during the season, and he was a starting left guard for the past couple of months. The Jaguars' offensive line is not that great, but Cleveland is still pretty young, and they gave up some draft compensation to get him, so they might try to re-sign him. Jacksonville's biggest need is defensive line. Now I'm just going to lump ends and tackle all in there together. Jacksonville runs a 3-4 defense, so you need guys who can stop the run, big, strong beefcakes, as Eric Cartman would say. But it helps to get some guys who can rush the quarterback as well. Now they have a pretty deep rotation. It's not terrible, but they just lack that top-end 80 overall ranked player. Roy Robertson-Harris had 3.5 sacks. Other than that, they're just mostly a bunch of rotational pieces without any real star power to speak of. Jacksonville's biggest real-life need is unquestionably offensive line, and it's a pretty big need in Madden as well. Somehow Cam Robinson is rated over 80, but he's definitely not that good in real life. Anton Harrison, 74 on the other side, and they got Brandon Scherf, who's an 81. But other than that, probably upgrade definitely left guard and center. In real life, Jacksonville needs to protect Trevor Lawrence a lot better. He has been running for his life quite a bit during the first few years of his career. Jacksonville's third biggest Madden need, and most likely real-life need, is cornerback help. They only have 2 players rated over 80. In fact, only 2 rated over 74, and that guy is on the practice squad in real life. So depth is a huge issue. Their top cornerback is a 30-year-old guy standing at 5'9". So yeah, you need that 90 overall guy in Madden, and you definitely need much more depth and help in real life. As a Dolphins fan, I am going to dread Christian Wilkins leaving the team, but he probably will. He's going to demand quite a big paycheck. Pretty much anybody will want the guy. Jacksonville has the cap space, and I think that's one player they should really just break the bank for. He is such a perfect fit at 3-4 end. Very solid pass rusher. Has 20 sacks for his career, including 9 last year. Tremendous run stopper. He has a season in 2022 with 98 tackles. So a team leader, a winner, a great guy. Someone I'm really going to miss if Miami cannot re-sign him. He would be a great fit for Jacksonville, both culture-wise and production-wise. Stephon Gilmore is definitely on the downswing of an absolutely fantastic Hall of Fame level career, but I don't think the tank is empty quite yet. He's 33 years old, will be 34 during the season, but could still really help as a cornerback 1 or cornerback 2 for a team like this that needs veteran leadership and stability in the secondary. He's not quite the MVP caliber player he used to be, but definitely can still help a young defense like Jacksonville. Kyle Van Noy is another veteran that could help a young defense like Jacksonville. He has been in the NFL for a decade now and had his best sack season with 9 for Baltimore in only 14 games. Great pass rusher. Up there in age, so maybe just a situational guy, but behind Travon Walker and Josh Allen, he would be a fantastic third outside linebacker. 2023 was a massive disappointment any way you want to slice it for Jacksonville. Coming off a successful mini playoff run and an 8-3 start, they just completely collapsed down the stretch and gave up a huge lead in the AFC North. Not only that, but Houston and Indianapolis seem to be ahead of schedule in their rebuild, so Jacksonville cannot take anything for granted. I still believe they're the most talented team in that division, but Trevor Lawrence has fallen behind CJ Stroud in the quarterback hierarchy. Lawrence, I don't know. He's got all the talent in the world. He was one of the better quarterback recruits in history, but something about him, when you watch him, it just seems like he doesn't trust his talent, or he doesn't know how to just turn his brain off and play quarterback. It just seems like he's trying too hard and he's too mechanical, and frankly, he's been a big disappointment so far, but he's still very, very talented and has a long way to go in his developmental journey. So I think he could step up and be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL pretty quickly. And if so, Jacksonville should be all right. They need to shore up the offensive line and could use help on every level of the defense, but they have the draft picks and some salary cap space to do that. A couple of guys I think they should target in the draft. I think they should go defense heavy. In the first round, Jerzon Newton would be nice. One of the cornerbacks would be good. Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, or additional pass rushing help if they don't feel like they're comfortable enough with re-signing Josh Allen. Long term, someone like a Jared Verse, Chop Robinson, but definitely go defense quite a bit in the draft. And that's all I have for Jacksonville. Thank you guys for checking these videos out. Please like if you enjoy this, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section if you're a Jaguars fan or just an NFL fan in general. And thank you, and I'll talk to you guys next time.